him a chance to join.
Yo,
I
I
know
ain't
we
gonna
live or
front. Yo,
not.
I was about to say Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, we joining the level like that.
I was like, oh shit, we got fucking Falcon in this bitch. I'm crying.
Okay, we all live. We all live. We all live. I cannot get the start and sue thing to work. Like it'll never want to work for me. I'll figure it out one day. I'll figure it out. Oh, the thing is echoing. Alrighty, so let me get my stuff together, guys, and then we'll get this party started. Yeah, I sent the link, but I ain't chasing Bullwaller. So
That Philly came out real quick. You like, I ain't chasing bull. I'm rubbing
I've been
off
there.
on ya.
I
Like,
know I've
no,
been hanging around. You had me singing. What was you saying for like? I could not stop saying, not indubitably, but it was something you kept saying. I just all of a sudden started saying. I was like, that thing it Skitty got me keep saying. Oh my gosh.
what was it? But I digress.
Yes, but I digress. Like that had me rolling. Like I could
But
not
I
stop saying
digress.
it for like a whole month. I kept saying, but I digress.
But I
I
digress.
said, God
Because
dang
it's
it,
so
Skitty.
smooth, and once it hits you, once that phrase hits you, but I digress. You
It's
know, it's
like
just
SpongeBob, one of them fancy words.
right.
All right, guys. Welcome to the level, your bi-weekly check-in for geek and pop culture, where it all collides. We're your hosts, Rainy Days, Skitty Live, bringing you hot takes, deep dives, and a whole lot of fun each and every other Sunday. As a reminder, it is the level's birthday month. March is coming to an end. But shout out to Level for turning one, and also shout out for our resident gamer and weirdo Skitty for his birthday.
Man,
Skitty is damn old.
33. I'm what you call an old taku. You know what I'm saying? You got to add the OLD in there. Old taku. Yeah. Sheesh. You don't really feel old, but you think different, and your body is funny. That's all I got
That's
to say.
fair. That's
That's it.
fair. That's definitely fair. That's definitely fair. I mean, I feel old every day, so I understand. I be struggling in these streets. I wake up like, ugh.
You'll be like, do I really need to pay bills?
Do I really need to be an adult today? Like,
Do I
what
really
do
need
we
to get this
doing?
cosplay wig for my daughter?
Oh, she want to cosplay.
Oh, she been doing it. She been doing
Okay.
her thing, going to cons. They're all that, and I'm proud of her.
Okay.
You
That's
know,
awesome. What was her
little
favorite?
geek like that.
What was
She
her
likes
favorite
these.
cosplay so far?
She likes these YouTube animation type joints. Let me go check out one of these messages. Cause she be sending me a whole bunch of stuff. Like she wanted here, matter of fact, let's see if I can y'all see this joint. She wanted to dress up like this character. I don't yeah, I don't you know what I mean? I don't know. Right? It's that new stuff, but it's some other stuff though too before because she wanted to dress up like what's her name? He said five. You know how you look at the messages, you be like, yeah, she be tripping. But damn, it was somebody she showed me, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll
Mm,
get you that joint. But it's a whole bunch. She has like a different anime. Like she wanted to be Ishmael. You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's different every time, you know what I'm saying? And I love that because it it just makes my little
Makes
geek
your
heart
heart
cry.
sing.
You know, I'd be like, oh, so beautiful. But
I mean, it's
yeah,
always
yo.
fun when your kids get into the same thing that you love, for sure.
Oh, definitely, definitely,
Like,
definitely.
for sure. I definitely understand that. Okay, so let's go ahead before we get into today's topics because we got a few shows to talk about. We got some things to talk about. Um, let's start off with our icebreaker or level question of the day. And I kind of centered around today's topic, or specifically our first topic, Invincible. So, who do you think will win in a triple threat between Omni Man, Superman, and Homelander?
I'm not again, and
Mm.
I'm not. I've never been. I mean, I like Superman.
Mhm.
But I've never been like, oh, he's that. You know what I mean? But evidence doesn't lie. Like they're clones of him. Like we will mop the floor. Like Omni Man damn near got his ass whooped by his squad. Ain't nobody, with the exception of
I mean, Superman did get his ass whooped by what's the dude that he always Zod? They did whoop his ass
but
that
that's
one time.
but that's his but that's his equal.
It's the same thing
He's
for Omni Man, right?
no Omni Man got
Viltrumites
his
are his
ass whooped.
equal.
No, by his squad, the Guardians. Remember, the Guardians almost took him out. He
Yeah,
was all
but
black
I'm gonna have to
eye.
go back and watch it because I think he let them do that. Because
No,
the first episode of the season, he annihilated them. Remember?
no. Remember, they
The
was
first
fighting.
episode of season 1, that was the whole
Yeah,
that's the whole thing that got people hooked on Invincible because at the end, he wiped all of them out. Remember, he killed the
yeah,
fake
but
Flash.
it was a struggle though. You know what I'm saying? It was a
I
struggle.
mean,
Because
yeah.
remember, they didn't know what happened. They didn't know it was him. And then that's when they figured it out it was him.
Mhm.
And then that's when he had to set it off even more. But yeah, yo, like again, black eye, he was cut, bruised, hurt. You know what I'm saying? Man, Soups have shown what he's like as a good guy. And I always like to refer as you know, Injustice Soups. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that battle
Mhm.
showed, because mind you, Injustice Soups almost whooped Soups, you know what I mean, ass. And he was like, because the one thing I know that nobody else knows is that you're always holding back. I don't hold back. And I'm like, yo, like the power scaling on each of them is ridiculous. We haven't really seen. I mean, we seen Omni Man do some stuff, but not really on par with Superman. You know what I mean? And we damn sure ain't see Homelander do no shit Superman
Oh,
do. I
well, we
mean, other
definitely
than
know. We
you know what I'm
definitely know
saying?
Homelander now. I think he's
You
the
know what I
first to
mean?
go.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I
That's
think
that's a wrap. That's a
I
wrap.
think he's I think he's the first to go.
That's
Let's see.
game over.
I
Ain't
think he's
even
the first to go.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's not even.
Homelander, they gonna look at Homelander and be like, "Let's get him out first."
Like they're gonna look at him and be like, "You test tube, baby."
They gonna be like, "You third generation knockoff."
Man, you was grown in a lab. We were homegrown, homebred,
They gonna be like,
sir.
"Please, please."
They would
Like,
trash that dude.
let's see. I asked Skynet, aka Chat GPT, what the verdict was. So of course, the first one out is the first one out is Homeland.
Of course, of course.
And then
That's
it
not
says,
even.
obviously, the final verdict is Superman does win, but it's not close, depending on the version. If Superman stopped holding back, only Omni Man gets overwhelmed. But if Superman uses morals during his fight, Omni Man will likely win. Is what it says.
That's
Only
basically
because
it.
Omni Man is he ready to kill. Superman's like, I don't know if I gotta kill everybody all the time, but you know.
You know,
Don't know if I need to kill everybody all the time. Your camera's going through the matrix.
my camera's always going through the matrix.
You're at the level. Wouldn't be technical difficulties if you guys wasn't on the episode. Y'all already know how it goes. Y'all already
For
know.
real.
All right. Before we get into today's topic, anything you want to say to the people that may not be on the list today?
Um. Oh, you know what? Nah, because I for the most part, anything on topic that's not on the list. Huh. I probably later. We'll save that for later.
All
We'll save
right,
that
we'll
for
save
later.
that for later. All right, guys, let's get into it. We're about to tap into Invincible season 4. Then you already know war is coming. And after the first 4 episodes, this ain't just a setup, this is a warning. We pick up a few months after Mark fights Conquest. And yeah, he's stronger, but mentally, he's in a very dangerous place. Now he's wrestling with killing for the greater good while the virtual mount threat is closing in fast. Morality gets blurred across the board, and everything is building up towards one question: what kind of hero is Mark becoming, or is he even one anymore? Let's talk Invincible, the first 4 episodes of the season, deep dives, hot takes, and all the WTF moments. So 4 episodes in, halfway through, right? Because you need 8 episodes. Yeah. So, what was your favorite of the 4 episodes? Or
I mean, I say definitely the reveal of what happened with the Viltrumites. That was a good joint. You know what I'm saying? Um funny parts every time Omni Man tried to go to sleep, you know what I'm saying?
Alan the alien and his girl was getting it
Alan ain't see his girl in a minute, so they was getting it in, you know what I'm
in.
saying? They
My
was
man
getting it
Omni Man was like, it's
in.
okay. I slept in worse conditions every night. It was like,
What? Loud too. Loud.
but the crazy thing is the captain thought he was they was in the trouble, trouble. That's why he didn't give him another room to sleep
That was it. That was it.
He was
Also
mad as shit. All them damn
another
rooms.
I would have to say was it the last episode where Mark went to hell?
Yes,
Their
or her.
their interpretation of hell was very interesting. Like they're not torturing people, but they are, but they're not people yet.
Mhm.
And there's different stages of life. Kind of like a
Oh, my
reincarnation
brain.
type system. So that was very very interesting.
I
Very
lost
interesting.
my brain, guys.
Chain got loose.
My chain got loose. Oh, okay. So just to double back on what you were saying. So the scourge virus, yeah, that episode, I know you got on me, but it kind of for like a second made you feel bad about the Viltrumites. Just like a second, like it was a complete and utter 99% wipeout. Like it was probably the best thing that could have ever happened for the universe.
Just deserved. Do you
They was
hear
all
me?
coughing, and it was just like it was billions and billions and billions of them just getting sent out into space. Like that was crazy. Like
And I was thinking, just maybe this would have changed them.
my man
They
Thrag was
doubled
like,
down.
we got holes in different area codes.
Like, nah, we just gonna go around just making babies.
We gonna smut our way
Make a
around the
basic,
universe.
make a
Somebody's gonna
bunch
work
of
it.
baby moms, you know.
Like and then they killed all the non-Viltrumites on the planet that they was forced into like servitude and slavery, and just because they didn't want nobody else to know that this virus existed. Like they
They
are the
wanted
ultimate, like,
they wanted to
yeah,
make sure nobody knew their weakness. That's what I'm saying. I ain't feel not one. The only person I felt bad for Nolan. That was it. And that was like because his mom was like,
because he got his ass whooped by his mama.
nah, his mom whooped. Well, yeah, he whooped his mom's ass. But then that's when his dad came in, and then that's when his mom jumped him again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was like, "Y'all both weak. I'm glad I don't gotta deal with none of y'all motherfuckers." And I was like, "Damn, that's his
I felt
mom."
bad for that little black girl, Viltrumite. Nolan almost broke her head.
I thought Nolan was about to just bow. He was like, "Oh, that's correct." I'm like, "Oh shit, thank you, thank you,
But that
thank you."
episode was interesting because we got a lot of information about the Viltrumites from, who we have now is Thaddeus, aka we learned is the betrayer, who's
Mm-hmm.
the one created the virus. So we learned that he has a version 2.0, and that this time it will wipe every Viltrumite out instantly. Like there's no accident, there's no whoopsies this time. This is a kill switch. And then we also learned there are weapons out there that they could use to fight the Viltrumites. So, we see Omni-Man Allen go on this adventure to find all these weapons. And it was definitely
Who them,
funny.
them aliens that was frozen?
Yeah, them
Ooh,
they was they was fucking Omni-Man up.
ooh, what?
They were like they remind me
No
kind of
brakes,
the
all
dinosaur
gas.
that Mark fought. The dinosaur man. They kind of look
Oh
a little bit
yeah, he
like
from the
them.
future or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it was kind of like interesting to see. And then the guy with the ray gun that was buried for 100 years.
Oh, the bounty hunter,
Yeah.
the bounty hunter. Yeah, he was hot. He was
He
hot.
was like, "You buried me for 100." He's like, "I thought you were dead." If that
Right,
makes
he
any
did.
consolation.
He did.
And then the stink bugs. So they got the stink bugs, the ray gun, the virus, and they got a couple of those monsters. Everything else was either dead or they couldn't get.
Right.
So that's where they are right now. And Omni Man really struggles in this episode with joining the again, this is why for a second I guess I feel bad for Nolan, right?
That's what I'm saying. You
Because
feel bad for
no,
Nolan.
yeah, because he
Them
struggles
other
with
motherfuckers.
wanting to wipe his people out, basically. He know he has to, but nobody wants to kill their whole race. Like these are his people. Like this is all
But he
he
already knew
knows.
what type of time they was on because that's why him. I think that's why Thaddeus revealed, you know, everything to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, yo, this hurts me too. But
Right.
the fact that they even doubled down on the fuckery, we gotta kill him now. Like,
Yeah. Very true.
it
I
ain't
mean, that
even,
is
you know what
100%
I'm saying?
true.
But yeah, but
100%
but
true.
again, note the words. Felt bad for Nolan. The motherfuckers deader than dead. Fuck them.
Well, another thing you said, we talk about the hell episode. So this is not a comic book episode. This is the first
Right,
time Invincible has gone to hell.
right.
Robert Kirkman said he wanted him to go to hell because all the other great, superheroes out there has gone, and he thought it'd be a good filler episode, basically,
Right,
for the
right,
season, right?
right. And it was.
Um, yeah, it definitely was. A lot of people said, I mean, it was rated, I think, the lowest episode in Invincible.
I don't know
And
why,
I
but
mean, I don't.
taters to
I guess
taters.
because Mark wasn't exploding his. I don't know. Like, I feel like the first 3 episodes had a good build up. I feel like episode 4 is like the calm before the storm because shit's about to
Right,
get real.
right.
Like,
To help him come to, an understanding of what must be done.
right.
Because that's what it was. It was him struggling. Because remember, soon as he came to hell, and he's like, "This is Satan." He teed off on Satan, like, "Oh, you didn't want me to fight him? Oh, I didn't know. I don't know what's going on." Like, because of what we're
Like,
taught of
what we're
what's right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I think that episode touched a lot of questions that people ask in their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
you go to hell, you're like, oh, well, is heaven real? And dude was like, well, I don't know any real heaven. I just know of, the stages of life and what we do. You know what I'm saying? Without hell, there's no, no life. It touched on the balance of
Mhm.
life. And that's what I loved about that episode.
I like the part where he said, with Damien Darkblood said that no one's keeping score of your good deeds. And I think
Right.
that really resonated to Mark. Obviously people believe what they want to believe. We don't debate religions on the level. We only
Right.
debate
Right.
geek and pop culture. But the idea that there is no heaven, that people have created this idea of a place to go to get rewarded for. And
Yeah.
Mark was struggling with when does what he has to do is either a good thing or a bad thing. And that was kind of like the whole thing of the episode before when he killed the astronaut. Was it a
Hmm.
good thing or a bad thing? And all the
Right.
characters struggle with it, right? I mean, what do you think? Do you think Mark did a good thing?
Oh
You
yeah.
think he had no other choice?
No, he didn't. The time was running out.
It was one
Time was
second
running
left.
out. That I'm sorry. When it comes to aliens like that, you gotta cut it, yo. You gotta cut it. Xenomorphs,
Cut it.
sequids,
Cut it. Cut it.
the flood. Who else?
Sorrow.
Yeah,
Sorrow was
you gotta
it.
cut them. You gotta cut them. Cut them, cut them, cut them. Burn them dead, make them gone. Not even a DNA strand could survive because we have all seen these things. Once something survives from these things, it's game over. It's game over.
And that's
So,
basically what it
nah,
said to him. It said, "You're the reason we're here. Y'all, you didn't get it done the first time. You didn't make sure all of it was dead. So
it
now
was
we're in a
one
situation
that
where
survived and
it
then
was just
chose to,
one."
yeah, and built up all those things underneath. Like, yeah, bro.
And I like the
And it's
interesting
funny
thing
how
about. Okay.
I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
because
What you
since
gonna
we
say?
got on that, it's the bull. Who's the shape shifting bull?
Um,
The
I forgot.
Martian bull.
I know you're talking about the Martian. His name is
It was
Shapeshift or something
funny.
like
He's
that.
like, let's say that this is not my fault that the segments are here.
He ain't
Yeah.
never want fault or nothing.
He was like, this is not on me this time. I was like, yo, he had me laughing on that part. That was a good one. That was a good
I was going to say
one.
it's interesting because in that episode we also learned that they had the ability to hide because one of them
Yes.
hid inside of Rex, aka Rudy. When he thought he threw it up in the shower and Monster Girl was there to help him. So
Yeah.
it really Mark really didn't have any choice. And like Art said to him, because he is so like taken by it, like he's so messed up about it. That's what makes the difference between him and Omni Man. Because Mark cared that he think he did a bad thing.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
I don't know if Mark I mean, maybe now by the end of episode 4 because he gets his
His
yellow and
old
blue
school
suit
suit.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He now realizes, hero versus darkness, but that's basically kind of what he struggled with was he just, you know,
That sequence of flying with his old colors like he was free from his burden.
he
Yeah, I
was
like
free.
that. I
Right.
like that.
Yeah. And then obviously next episode, Daddy's home.
That's going to be an interesting
Daddy's
episode.
home.
That's going to be an interesting episode.
Poor Debbie. Let's just talk about Debbie
Mom
for a
done
second.
she done finally moved on.
Finally
She's
moved
about to move
on.
into a new crib. Lo
Got a
and
new
behold,
boo. And look who show up. The ex from the past. I hope
got
Debbie
her
don't.
got her raising his second kid. Not even hers.
Not
That's what
even her
she.
kid. You just dropped him off. He just got dropped off like luggage. I mean, granted, I love Oliver, but come on. I think Debbie been enough. You call me a pet. You don't have me raise your side chick come up. I don't got time for no more Nolan. You better leave my girl Debbie alone. You better leave it be. Oh
It's
boy,
crazy.
whatever his name is, Jeff, Bob, Jim. I don't know what the boyfriend name is, but
Some dude. Some dude. Some
he make
dude.
her
Like,
happy.
cause it's like, yeah, I mean, you would like what he gonna do? Like what he gonna say? Like, you know what I'm saying? You really can't you can say all you want, but it's fucking Omni Man, dog. Like what you gonna squabble with Omni Man? Like,
He's definitely gonna lose.
that's one of them things you just gotta pick your battles and be like, you know what? this relationship's not going to work out. I don't know if he's staying or not. I'm not even going to get in a squabble with my boss. Yeah, I'm out.
That's one of the things you'd be like, oh, looks like a family reunion's happening here. I'll be back later for dinner.
What?
Call me when you're done. I don't think I need to be here for this part. It's okay.
That's it. That's gone. Gone with the win.
Well, one of the other WTF moments of the series, besides Omni Man coming home, is that we find out that Eve is pregnant. So throughout
Mm-hmm.
the first couple of episodes, she was from the last episode of season 3 to now, she's been struggling with her power since she was basically brought back from the brink of death, right? And she's been kind of spiraling because she can't create anything of substance. And it's confirmed that she is, pregnant. And episode 4, she struggled with telling Mark that she's pregnant. I mean, every person goes through this, right? Every woman, every body, every man, anybody that gets a child unexpectedly goes through the questions. Am I
Mental
ready for a
changes.
child?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do. Like, is he ready? Da da da. She tells what's his name? The dude they went to college with first. She tells him as opposed to telling Mark, and right before she told Mark, obviously Omni Man comes up. So how do you think that Eve being pregnant is going to present an issue for the second half?
I mean, it's going to do some craziness. That much I do know, because that was one of the arcs I read, because she went through some serious changes, like mentally and
Mm-hmm.
physically. So it was definitely a struggle. That's what I can honestly say about, like, Invincible, as, like, one of the independent comics. Like, it touched on, some hard hitting subjects,
Right.
when it came to it. So, but yeah, just, yeah, get ready.
Yeah. Get ready. Definitely get ready. Okie dokie. Let's see what else we have on the talking board for Invincible. We got Titan back. Titan came back. Him, Mr. Lou, and Metalhead, they're back. They're all underneath Metalhead again. And I forgot what their group is called, but basically Metalhead kind of played both of them to make sure they joined the alliance. And
Dog, Metalhead, that was genius too, because it was like, oh, okay. So he
like, we
kind of
just trying
he
to make
kind of
some money.
you seen it set. You see, it was a setup. You was like, it was a
Hmm.
setup, hard body. But
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, that was good.
How do you feel about Oliver keeping his dad's sign? He gets a new suit in this season, and he keeps the classic O. And his explanation to his mom is that he fought Conquest in this. He fought all the Invincibles. This is now his. So, do
Yeah,
you
that's
like
his,
the fact that Oliver kept the symbol, or do you think he should have changed
yeah.
it up? I mean, his name is Oliver.
No,
So.
no, I like that how he explained it was justified. This is me. This is who I am. I'm I bled in this. You know what I mean? I fought to protect humanity in this. This is, I'm not changing up for nobody. Fuck them. Yeah, I felt that. I felt
And I
that
like the
100%.
parallel with the story with Debbie, back when she was pregnant with Mark, with
Hmm.
Omni Man trying on his suit and him coming to terms with having a suit. And I'm gonna give y'all this. I'm gonna say this. Omni Man looked good in that suit, y'all. He turned around. He was like, "Oh yeah, it does show up my justice and whatever. It show up
My
your ass."
strength. It does show my strength.
He turned around. His cheeks was popping. I said, "Dang, Debbie, that's why you got that. He got that back like that."
You funny. She
Every
was
time
staring at that Omni ass. That's what she
Omni,
was staring at, folks.
she was like, "Look good on you, baby."
That's how
If she
she
didn't have
got
a baby
pregnant.
in her, she would have got another baby already that night.
What?
Alrighty. Let's see. What other questions I got before we move on? So, are you ready? Before I say this, so this season we get the first look at Emperor Thrag, my man with the classic
He had the
fade.
Caesar. The Caesar. The Caesar was Caesaring. What?
Nobody could mess that man shape up. It was moving. They should have
What?
gave him some waves, and I would have been with it.
You know how the barbers be using the razor sometimes with the edging? He
It was
got
a
that
perfect
joint.
square.
He got that joint. He got the edging. He was like, "Let me get a Caesar, all round Caesar."
But we see Thrag, and he doesn't kill Conquest. So I was already upset from the beginning of in the last season that they kept Conquest alive. I felt like
Hmm.
that was that I already knew that building wasn't holding nobody's Conquest. I don't know what Cecil and old boy thought was going to happen, but that was the dumbest thing that Cecil could have done. He woke
Yeah,
up like, oh, dumb humans.
gone, gone,
I love how the
gone.
Viltrumites are so comfortable being naked though. Like they just don't, he got out full naked.
I
Cologne
mean,
lost
think
his
about
clothes.
it.
He was full naked.
If you had bodies like that, though, you know what I'm
He would be
saying, you'd
naked
be
all the
more.
time.
What? I'd be doing my Terminator walks around the house with the steam coming off me. Do 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 do
Be
do
wearing a
do.
towel every day just for no reason.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. But with that being said, how, are we ready for war? Like,
Been ready for war. We've been ready for war. We've been ready for this. It's coming. I'm glad it's coming. And yeah, yeah, we ready. We ready.
you ready?
We ready. I
Mm.
just want to see Battle Beast.
Oh, yeah, they were looking for battle beasts. They were looking for.
That boy, he be wildin', dog. But yeah, I'm hoping he shows up. So
Yeah, I mean that definitely for the fight. They were looking for him actively. We saw him last season. He was fighting that Viltrumite in space. So hopefully they catch him right because they need all the help they get. We got Rex and Monster Girl. They're stuck on Flaxen because their dumbasses went through a portal that nobody can open. So we'll see if they show back up. And then
mhm.
I know it's not going to be a season without Mark getting his ass whooped. So there, Mark is going to get his ass whooped, and this might be the worst ass whooping for Mark ever. Because y'all thought the Omni Man was bad. Y'all thought Conquest was bad. Y'all thought that other bitch was bad. The one that in the comments, great Mark. But Thrag, there's like
I
it's like
mean,
that.
you see, Conquest got on his knees and was like, "I'm
Conquest was like,
sorry."
please, please kill me. Please kill me, father.
Make an example. Make an example of me for my failure. He was like, "Nah." I think Thrag realized like, yeah, I can't be killing off people too much. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's the whole thing. They were the end of themselves. Fuck the Viltrumites.
All right, so my last question for Invincible. Well, this is another level-driven hot topic question. I asked this past week on social media to see what people polling and said. So I'm gonna ask you, Skitty, who did genocide better, Thaddeus or our infamous leader Aaron Yeager? Really
Here's
think
what I'm
about
gonna
this
say.
question. I'm
Here's
a
what I'm
big
gonna say.
Aaron fan, but really think about this question.
I am a Jaegerist. All right. But what I will say, and but not all that aside, I mean, a plan that is executed well is a successful plan. I love Aaron, but his actions caused the destruction of his own people at the end of the day. Whereas in Thad's plan was not only successful, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it made the Viltrumites 50 or less of them go and make baby moms, but we wouldn't have had Invincible. You know what I'm saying? So Thaddeus is the win for this one. His plan was successful. I mean, not I would say more successful than Aaron's plan. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely agree. I mean, like I said, Thaddeus had a 99% success rate. Aaron had an 80% success rate.
You
So
know what I'm
numbers don't
saying?
lie, you guys. The worlds are probably equal in numbers. I would say, let's say both of them had the same amount of people. Thaddeus' plan was so good that he didn't even know his plan worked until
He
Nolan
didn't know
told him
how well his plan
how
worked.
well his plan worked. And Nolan, he was like, "You didn't know?" He was like, "I didn't know it was 50 y'all niggas left." He was like, "That's
What?
a like they were never able to have another pure Viltrumite again, ever." So, but again, guys, no bad Aaron talk here. He just happened to lose this one battle.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No
Aaron
bad
wasn't
Aaron talk.
wrong.
Aaron wasn't wrong, no matter what anybody says. You got a problem, fight about it. But moving on to our next level, the horror level. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about Scream 7. A new Ghostface killer is targeting Sydney Prescott's daughter, Tatum, and forcing Sydney to come face and face with her past all over again. With the legacy names returning plus some additions, this one is the craziest setup we've seen in the franchise yet. So let's talk hot takes, deep dive, all the WTF moments we saw in Scream 7. I'll let you go ahead and start, Skitty.
So I did enjoy Scream 7. I enjoyed the kills. Um a lot of stuff was of course, like, all right, okay. Um and there we go. As soon as I started talking my stuff, my camera's like, well, you know what? We don't want to hear about Scream 7. What you think?
Yeah, I
Jeez,
do just hear your
man.
voice and not not see
Like,
you moving.
we don't want to see you while doing this. Well, you're gonna see me. Okay. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see that beautiful Eagles blanket right there, and you're gonna see the greatest kaiju of them all right there. So again, it was a few gripes. My one gripe that kind of messed it up for me was that the fact that Matthew Lillard was there, but he wasn't there. And it was like, what
AI
the
strikes
fuck?
again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like everybody, and then the fact that, I mean, I understood that they wanted to fuel the people's theory about him surviving the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fed into that. That's what I loved about it, because they fed into it in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, you were like, oh, okay, I see how they're doing it. So they taking the fans theory and then making a story of it. And okay, all right, I like that. I like that. Just to find out it was some AI bullshit the whole damn time. Like, come on, man. That pissed me off. That pissed me all the way off. And I was like, come on. Now the kills were off the chain. Kills definitely lives up to the franchise name, hands down. The fact that
I
they
think
brought no.
my favorite
Oh, go ahead.
kill, not to cut you off, my favorite kill of that, we talking about kills, the stuff I did like. So my favorite kill of that movie was when Ghostface took old boy from Gen Z and he put him on the beer tap.
Yes,
That was
yes,
and the
yes,
beer and the blood was coming out of
yes,
his mouth. That was
yes,
my favorite
yes.
kill.
Hands down, hands down, hands down. Not even a debate. Not even a debate. That kill was superb.
I was like, okay, Ghostface. I don't know how one of those I don't know how one of them picked that dude up, but Ghostface is just he's like one of them characters that, in this universe I've learned that he is basically almost invincible. No pun intended. Like, because all the stuff that happens to Ghostface from the beginning to the end, or the Ghost Faces, because we know in Scream, there's never one killer, it
There's
seems
never
like.
one.
You
There's
know,
always more than one.
it was like the first scene, opening scene, when we see the couple go to the recreated murder house or whatever the case may be, and he falls from the staircase, like fall over. Like, literally she pushed him over and he go, "Do, do, 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 do," whoop. I don't know how he got back up there and started running. I don't. Like,
that adrenaline rush, you know?
not only did you
That
get up
that
started running, you set a house on fire and set a girl on fire all in the same thing.
I'm saying?
Like, what was you doing? Like, and don't get me started on Sydney Prescott's daughter. So Tatum, maybe she was adopted because she did not have the Sydney G's, because everything she did in that movie, from not from the beginning to the end, sucked. The only thing she did at the end was her and her mom double tap in a camp, with the both the Desert Eagles, but
Oh,
which
that her face was gone. Bullet hole face. They
like,
double tapped on that one.
always aim for the head is the moral of this movie. If they would have aimed for the head, it would have been over an hour before.
What?
It would have
Gone.
been over.
Done.
It would have been over. But we know we
Done.
get some good faces. We get obviously Courtney Cox. Her face is back. Love to see Courtney Cox. We get the two reporters from the last three Screams. They survive apparently. Every time. That one got sliced in the stomach, one got stabbed in the heart, but they're coming back. They're coming
You talking
back.
about the dude's niece and nephew.
Yeah, the niece and nephew. Yeah, they
Yeah.
they they. I don't know what. They even asked him like, "Why do you keep coming back to do this?" They was like, "Cause good news is good news."
Good money, good money. That's what it is. They need a
Good
check.
money.
Actors need checks too.
So, would you want to see a Scream 8?
I'm gonna be honest. After this one, see, that's what God told you. As soon as you asked that question, God was like, you shouldn't have asked that. You know damn well nobody wants to Scream 8. Like my whole, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like after this one, it should be done. It should be done because
Yeah.
the connection that they did with this one was weak as hell. It was weak as hell. You just basically had an admirer. They had no relations. She wasn't married. She wasn't, a sister. She wasn't nothing to the dude. They just, one of them was a Sidney Prescott fan that loved Sidney Prescott, and the other one, I guess, admired, you know, I guess Matthew Lillard's character or
Yeah.
whatever. Either way, it was just the connection wasn't all the screams that I can say had a connection with their killer, whether it be blood or somebody, was related to somebody. They
Hmm.
took that away and made it, well, we were just influenced by these people. That was weak. That was weak. And it
Yeah.
goes back to saying like with Final Destination, stuff like Final Destination and Scream, it's like people don't really go for the stories no more. They just go to see the kills.
Yeah. And
So
oh, don't get me started on Final Destination, because that last one, it
I
it
didn't
it
even
hurt.
see that last one.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. I don't want no more Final Destinations. I'm done. It's okay. Like it was bad. It wasn't good at all. But like the best part of Final Destination was obviously paying homage to Tony. I like that part, but other than that, the whole thing was bad. But back to Scream. So yeah, I don't think we need any more Screams. We and Skitty was talking about this a little bit before we got live, guys. But just the scene itself of Tatum running through the town, screaming for help, checking every doors in the slowest way possible was enough I needed, right? Because me, if I wish I mean, obviously we got a scary movie, right? Because I said I wish they had a black family version of this. Obviously a scary movie. Because if I was Sidney Prescott, I've been on the phone like, girl, if you don't shoot that goddamn thing in the head, I don't know what's wrong with you, but do you want to survive or do you want to die tonight? Like, I would have been cursing my daughter out on the phone.
Just shoot him in the fucking head.
Like,
Like,
she like, right there. Right where, mom? Right fucking there, Tatum. Like, she was running like the way, what you call him in Scary Movie? Help! 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 I'm like, girl, please. I said, she deserved to die. She deserved it. Just go ahead and kill her. Let's just put the rest of Sydney on the screen, because Sydney was ready. Sydney had
Of
every gun
course.
in every safe. She was gun compartment, gun compartment, gun
But that also touches on what it's like for, life now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like where the younger generation, they they don't have that fear that we grew up on. You know
right.
what I'm saying? They don't have that sense of urgency with certain subjects. You know what I mean?
That's
Case
true.
in point, um I ain't even gonna bring that up. But nah, but basically how the younger generation, they don't have a sense of fear like we grew up on. You know,
Right.
that's basically it.
I do agree. I definitely agree. Like I think that I didn't think of it that way. Now that you're explaining it, that yeah, it is a the different perspective of young generation handling something like this, where Sydney was kind of a little bit more, this is her trauma. She's been dealing with this trauma, so she kind of well prepared for it, and they really didn't know how to handle it. Like none of them was equipped. All the young kids, they just died so quickly.
So quickly.
It was just
So
old
quickly.
girl in the theater. That was crazy. I mean, I knew she was dying because she kept saying she got caught, but when she was swinging, he was just going like that was crazy. She was like, no, 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 rip, no, 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 rip. He was just
Yeah.
that was crazy. All right, so let's do official rating. What do you rate Scream 7?
I like I said, I enjoyed it.
It's gonna about to be a nice show.
Um, I mean, I see. I don't want to. I don't want to say seven.
I told y'all it's gonna about to be nice.
I don't. I don't want to say seven.
You want to say 7?
I don't want to say
I
seven
already know what I'm
because
saying.
I feel as though it's lower than the seven. But I would for real, because again, you know what I'm saying. The kill specs, but when an ending can ruin a movie. An ending can ruin a movie. I have to give it a 6. I have to give it
Yeah,
a I have to give it a
yeah.
because that, I mean, I was geeked when Matthew Lillard was announced. I was like, oh yeah, what? And then you see him, doing the little video Johns, and I was like, oh, and then you find out it's fucking AI screening. Oh,
All this time.
I was like, oh my goodness, man. Like I was in the theater like, what the fuck? I was so mad, yo. So mad. But yeah, 6.
All right. Well, I'm
Stone
gonna give it the
cold.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. 5, and that's me being nice. Because what the fuck was that? I was so mad watching this movie from the beginning to the end. I yelled at it the whole time, and that's how I do. I was invested, but mad, and I realized why I have not watched a Scream movie in a while. Because
I mean,
I
like I
know
said, I watch it. I watch it when it comes out. But then, like I said, after after I say after what 3 or 4. I think it was after 3. I was done. I mean,
yeah,
I
that's for
watched
me.
them, but it was like as far as like enjoying the whole movie, it was like, nah, I'm just really watching it for the fucking kills. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-mm.
I need to go back and watch 4 through 6 because I haven't watched 4, 5, and 6.
I watched. I barely remember 4. I barely remember 5. I remember 6 because it was without Nev,
Okay.
and I remember I was like, hold on, wait, her dude had another kid by somebody else. Like what? So it was that
Mm.
was the story. It was again, but it was still a connection. It was just a thin connection. So
All righty. Well, I'll get. I think I know Bruce saw it, so I'll get his rating, and we'll try to even it out. Because right now Oh, we had a 5.5. So we round it up, it'll be a 6. I guess we're gonna round it up, give it a 6.
Bruce be like, well, but that's the thing. I like the kills, so I'm gonna give it an 8,
And Bruce don't like everything bad because he like watching good TV. He just like
He be
watching
like,
TV.
yeah. But that's what you watch Scream for. You see it for the kill. Dick Grayson. Like, let me stop.
Dick
Stop fucking
He's gonna
fired.
he's gonna watch this tomorrow and remove the level. Y'all, Skinny not gonna be here tomorrow. Just so you know, we got openings. Oh, I thought he was calling me. It's my father. I was like, he must have known. We're gonna have a special guest for the level opening. You should be a level co-host.
I love you, Bruce.
He's gonna get an email in his inbox in the morning.
Right.
All right. Hold on.
All right.
He is calling me.
You said what?
He is calling me. Hello. He said he got your ass. He said, he always watching. This is a level live phone call.
Oh shit.
Skinny gonna be collecting employment. Oh man. I'm dying.
Lord. That.
Oh, that got me crying.
You gotta clip that one. Skinny turns so into Bruce McFly.
Oh man, the turmoil, the controversy. That's so funny. I said I knew he was gonna call, but it's weird. My dad called first. I'm like, oh, it's not him. This Big Bruce. All right. Oh gosh. All right. Moving on to our next level, the anime level. We're gonna watch us laughing. He said laugh now.
Right.
He gonna be crying later, Bruce. He gonna get a recorded call from HR. We regret to inform you. All right. Moving on. All right. Let's go ahead and hit our anime level and join the seas. We're going to talk about One Piece live action season 2. And I'm not going to lie, this season was really cooking. Yeah, it was definitely really cooking.
As I stated before on social media, you know what I'm saying, on all platforms, I have watched the anime up to Skypiea. So everything I'm watching, you know what I'm saying? Huh?
I said okay.
Yeah, so everything I'm watching, I'm pointing on, because like I said, the whole skipping the story of Sanji and on his importance of who he was, I felt robbed of that. With that being said, the bar scene, the bar fight with the bull, the what's the samurai bull name? Zoro and the 100 men. And that was clean. there's some stuff that people kind of nitpicked on. They didn't really, it wasn't really like a nitpick. It was more so like, oh, I wish they would have added that part that was in the anime. I feel you, but again, there's certain stuff that you can do in live action film that you can't do in anime, or it wouldn't look right during a certain sequence. And I'm
Correct.
glad they did it how they did it. It was on point. The red and blue giants on point. Like you said before, the whale story explained in one episode.
My God.
One
Oh my
episode.
God.
On point. So, with that being said, yeah, highly enjoyed One Piece live action season 2 thus far. Yes.
I personally, unlike Skitty guys, personally, I'm not a big One Piece fan. I have tried to watch the
Yeah.
anime multiple times. And every time I watch the live action, I get inspired to watch the anime again because I want to know what the hype is. So is that my headset messing up? Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, I want to know what the hype is. Hold on. Is there something else happening in the background? Oh, there's another person joining. That's what I'm hearing. Whoever this
Yeah,
is, can you hear me?
he was on
I
and
don't
then
know.
he
All right, I'm going to mute it for right now because let me know when you see it pop back on. Um, but yeah, so with that being said, it's like I found the reasons why watching this, I found the reasons why people love the anime so much, right? I feel like this iteration of Luffy that I see, the live action version of it, is just so I don't know how to explain it. He's like a pirate, but not a pirate, if that makes sense.
I
It's
mean,
like everything he does is go ahead.
finish what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say everything he does is like when it comes to like, what you expect what a normal pirate to be, it's like he's almost the opposite in a sense. Like he is kind of giving us like this version of events that, it's just I don't know how to explain it. I felt the love for Luffy while watching this
I
season. Like
mean,
I understood why people are so, gung ho for him. If that makes sense.
I've always understand. Again, I'm not a fan of One Piece. I love stories. You know what I'm saying? And anything that I watch, read, or invest myself in, I get to the root of what's going the core of things. Um, Luffy, for the most part, is a good person, and as when you watch One Piece and you see the type of pirates, because even in the Pirates of the Caribbean, you got good pirates, you got shitty pirates. You know what I'm saying? You got honorable pirates, you got pirates that don't even follow the pirate code. You know what I mean? Like there's different types of pirates. But all in all, you know what I'm saying, you got to think who influenced Luffy, which was Shanks and his crew. And they were pirates. They were good people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So Luffy, I feel as though, for the most part, why I respect him is because he has the ability to see what people don't see about themselves. That's one of the key factors of Luffy. You know what I'm saying? Even like think about how he putting his crew together. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He wanted Chopper, yo, I want you to be my doctor. Chopper learned from the best
Yeah.
doctor, which were pirates. You know what I'm saying? So then you got Nami, you know what I'm saying? She's already well versed in traveling because of her connection with what was it? Arlong, right? Wasn't she was working for a pirate for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. She
Yeah. So
was
you know what I'm saying?
Arlong. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, now, even though Arlong is a shitty pirate, you know what I'm saying? I mean, is a
Yeah.
shitty, person, You know what I'm saying? Nami, at the end of the day, when you look at her backstory, she's doing it to get her, you know what I mean, to blah 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 blah. But yeah, I just feel as though Luffy, like I said, he can see the good, the great, the talent in people. Be like, yo, you're good at this. I want you. Blah 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 blah. Come on in. And again, he's a good person. He's a good character. You know what I'm saying? He don't prey on the weak. You know what I'm saying? He might do other pirate shit, drink, eat, have a good time, get drunk, but other than that, he only fights people that's his level of strength or up. You know what I mean? And he only fights people, well, protects people that can't protect themselves. So yeah, yeah. I've
Yeah.
always seen the character of why people fall in love with him. I still don't think he's one of the greats, though. That's just it's my opinion.
Like I said, I think I gotta get more into the anime because up until this point, I saw a doofus, and that's basically what that's one of the turnoffs of One Piece was because I don't like the how the anime makes Luffy feel like a doofus. But I mean,
I
because seeing
mean,
him in the live action, I just felt like his character, it gave me more layers. And it made me wanted to go back again and watch the anime to see those layers. Like you said, he's bringing a bunch of misfits together, right? People who calmly don't follow in the same circles would never probably get together on their own. He found a way to bring these people back together, and the things he does help Vivi, help, they changed the thing about him and Laboon, so it's him punching it, he sings a
right, right.
song for Laboon. Like, it's just, him laughing in the face of death. Those different layers, it's like, okay, I can kind of figure, I see this, and that was, for me, that was just a refreshing thing to see, for an anime that I struggle with really trying to watch, man. I wish I could just jump ahead like 500 episodes, because bruh, I be
I
trying
mean,
so hard. I be stuck on episode 76 for days.
like I said, I got up to the final fight on Skyapea where they fought the dude who ate that thunder, John, and that was it. I just couldn't. I just never went back to it. It was like, I don't know,
Yeah,
other
just
anime.
never. So, what was your favorite part of this season?
The bar fight.
The bar fight. Yeah, I
The
love
bar
that.
fight.
And I know they changed it a little bit, but I like the countdown. I like him. Well, the count up every time he was killing somebody, he was counting.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, I like that. One of my favorite parts of this season was, Yusuf, him getting his true pirate story and what he did to save his friends. Like, I've really resonated with that because, up until this point, Yusuf is that laughable character. Obviously he makes
Oh
up his
yeah,
stories,
yeah,
but you get this real raw moment of him actually becoming that hero and him sacrificing himself for his friends, even if it was getting his ass whooped basically for 15 minutes. But just that moment was like, I felt it was a good character. I like this season because it gave a lot of character developments for some of the characters in the show. As we go into season 3, and obviously Tony Chopper. I've never cried so hard over Reindeer Boy in my entire life, but man, that story was sad. That whole story was sad. Like, when he was at the door knocking, doctor, please, doctor, no, doctor, please, no. I was like, oh, please let Tony Chopper in. He ain't do nothing. Please
stupid.
let him in. But when he turned into that, he went from reindeer to deer man. I don't know what was going.
Oh yeah, yeah. He about that work, especially when he
Yeah,
transformed.
he transformed. How you like that CGI? Like, people, fans are saying they didn't care about the deer man CGI. They thought it was a little bit lackluster.
I mean, it wasn't CGI.
It
You know what I
wasn't.
mean?
It was a
No,
person in a
that was
costume.
somebody in a suit. Yeah, that was somebody in a
What?
suit. Yeah, that was
You
somebody
sure?
who they got the makeup and they had to sit in hours. Him,
Oh,
the dude with the metal mouth, Oppo King, that horrible king,
Wapple. Mm-hmm.
Wapo. Yeah, he had to sit down for hours to get that makeup done and everything. Yeah, they this was a this again what I can say about
Hmm.
Netflix in general with their live action adaptations. They capture design work wonderfully. Wonderfully. Yu Yu Hakusho, that was design wise damn near perfect. Um Rurouni Kenshin in the beginning, design wise, perfect. Um Avatar, The Last Airbender, their series, design wise, perfect. The looks of their designs of capturing what was in animation and bringing it to live action,
Hmm.
I give them all props to that. So the look, so yeah, that was somebody, that was a whole nother person, because mind you, they had she because the voice actor stated that she had, there was a little bit of an issue where, you know what I'm saying, because Chopper still has the same voice, and she had to change her voice a little bit so she could match the size change of the actual person that was playing Chopper.
Right.
So that was interesting. But yeah, that was a whole
I
nigga in
didn't
a
know.
bear suit. Like, no, let
I
me
didn't
stop.
know that. I didn't know that. That's good. I mean, that I didn't know. So that now I okay. So now it makes more sense because I was just going like, what in the Chronicles of Narnia is going on here? But it's
Exactly. Exactly.
okay,
Chronic. Yeah,
I get
exactly.
it. Okay. All right, and then I guess the main question is before we grade it is how do you feel about obviously the infamous Kathy Sagal playing what's her name, Dr. Kurua? Did I say it right?
Katie Seagal
Katie
playing Dr.
Sagal.
Hooray.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
not say that name right.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. And then finding out that Jamie Lee Curtis is a fan of the series, you know what I'm saying? And and she's an OG fan at that. Jamie Lee Curtis, again, and number one, everybody's number one pick. But Katie Seagal, not even, just only being a fan of the live action, mind you, only being a fan of the live action. Then when she got the call to play the part, to audition for the part, put her all into this John and knocked
Mm,
it out of the park. I can't see nobody else being Dr. Hooray. I can't see nobody else, because she still is an older woman who still has good looks on her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because Jamie said something in one of the interviews. She said if it was my stomach, they'd have had to, do some CGI work. They'd have had to do some tape.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Katie
And,
looked
and
good for
perhaps
her age.
to
She aged
still have
well.
that nice
Hmm.
tone stomach. You know what I mean? Shoot, Peggy Bundy can get the business. You heard me? Peggy Bundy always would have got
Skinny and
the
these
business.
white women.
No, no, let's not.
He like these
There's
older ones. He want them
there, there, there,
cougars.
there's only a few. There's only a few. You know what I'm saying? You
He
got.
want them
I mean, Katie.
geriatric.
I would. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely Hayden Panettiere. Save the cheerleader, save the world. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I ain't gonna front. Anne Hathaway, dog.
Oh man,
Recently.
she,
I mean, I looked at her on Cat when she was Catwoman
she aged
on
like
that
fine wine.
Batman movie. I was
That
like,
woman
hold
right
on
there.
now, that leather's kind of tight. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But
Yeah, she in like
that
four
dress,
movies this year.
that dress in the Oscars that she came
Yeah.
out in with the black, with the, I was like, hey, shut up and take my money. Yeah. But, yeah.
All right, so let's rate it. What would you give One Piece season two?
I give it a 9. I give it a 9.
Yeah.
Storytelling on point. Um, the fact that, and to skip certain stuff and to still withhold the core of, these arcs is amazing. I cannot overlook number 2. He played that part perfect. I can't front on him. The same dude that played he's playing another character, but you know, I'm not giving him justice for that, not yet. Um, but he played Polka Dot Man on the
Mm-hmm.
Suicide Squad.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
I like his range as an actor, but he's still not my M Bison. I don't give a fuck because he is playing M Bison on the new Street Fighter movie. So you know, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You know, but nah. He played
On to the
number two
comments.
real good, real good. That was a good John.
Yeah, I also enjoyed I mean, I want to give it a 9 also, because I just enjoyed it. I kind of almost binge watch it. It just didn't let up. And I felt like season 2 was such a refreshing upgrade to season 1. Not saying season 1
Yeah,
was bad, but this one just felt better. It felt better more put together. That's what I want to
put
say.
together.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like, and from what I've been, doing the research over the last couple days trying to prepare for this episode today, just seeing the changes that went from anime to from manga to live action. Yeah, it was subtle changes, but it didn't really break the story. It didn't completely diverge from the telling of the One Piece journey, but it kind of just made it a little bit more cohesive for people who do want to watch it and not have to go through obviously trials and tribulations, of the One Piece gods. But I'm gonna give it a 9 also. Like I just think, yeah, I don't have no issue with it. Like
right.
I said, if I can cry over a reindeer man, I'm sold. Like that's kind of what did it. The Tony Chopper thing is what did it for me. The whole season was good. I love the battle between the giants, the Elbaf giants. I like that, but that that is what kind of sold it for me. I was weeping. But yeah, 9. Read the comments. Bruce said he only watched 2 episodes of the newest season. It's cool so far. Don't know when he's going to finish it. Yeah, it's definitely a cool watch, Bruce. I think you will like it. It's a good story. Good story told. Despite it being an anime. And he retracted his other statement.
Yeah, we saw the we saw it. He probably, you know what I mean? Because yeah, hey, what? Save the cheerleader, save the world? What? What?
That's hilarious. All right, so we're gonna give it a 9, 9, 9, 9 across the board. All right, so my notes are not loading. What is next? I think we are on to the wrap up level. You see, I know before I move on to the wrap up level, Skitty, I'm gonna give you the floor. I did not on purpose, guys, put JJK on the list.
I was gonna
One
bring it up, so
because
don't worry about
one
it.
because I'm gonna tell you why before you go ahead. One because obviously, Skitty and I, we have a top 10 coming up that we're gonna drop for you guys this week. So obviously this week episode is short. And also the anime awards nominees are coming up in our next level. So I kind of wanted to do an anime level and talk about some of the nominees and kind of do our predictions. But I know that this episode has broke, social media and the internet, being a 9.9 on the IMDb, a 99% on the Rotten Tomato, and it officially gave us our first half into JJK. So, we're going to do a quick touch on it. Skitty, quick touch.
Y'all know what I'm about to say. From day one, I've been saying it since I've been on here. Matter of fact, when I was on somewhere else, I'll say it again till I'm dead in the motherfucking dirt. Studio Mappa, even though they are controversial with how they do certain stuff, is the standard of anime today, period. Since 2020, they have been dropping banger after banger after banger after banger with their cat. I was about to fuck up my whole shit, y'all. I fucked it up.
He did.
I fucked it up.
The Mappa Ghost took over you.
I know the back-to-back did take over me, but I mean the way they. Okay, here we go. They're with their captivation of movement fluidity, and you got to think about it. And when I say since 2020, you know, say what you want about God of High School, it's still a beautiful action anime to watch. Period. Say what you want about Doro Hedoro. It's I and there's only one other anime that uses CG that I like, and that's Ajin. So it's very like when you see CG in certain anime, it kind of like rubs me the wrong way. But Doro Hedoro, you know, the dude with the lizard head,
Mhm.
that beautiful story, beautiful animation. Say what you want about Vinland Saga, period. Beautiful animation. Say what you want about Jujutsu Kaisen. It has been proven point since day one. Say what you want about Chainsaw Man. It has been proven point since day one.
Enough about them
Mind you,
JJK still
again,
shots.
since 2020, they have been dropping bangers. Their animation has been beautiful. The fluidity of movement in their animation is none like none other. Now, I'm not fronting on Ufotable, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
because you got Demon Slayer, and if I'm
Hmm.
not mistaken, I think they did the Fate series. But let's be real. Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, and Fate Apocrypha are the only ones that really fucking matter. Now I'm hearing this last Fate joint was fire, but those are the only three that matter. You got Period, which you know what I'm saying, you know, gave us some other stuff too. But let me not slow down on Period because they did give us one of the big three, which is Naruto. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to disrespect that. But Mappa, period, hands down. That's it. That's all I got to say.
That's
That's
all
it.
Skitty got to
That's
say.
it. That's all I got to say.
I'm going to save it for our next level. But I know Skitty was itching for this all week. It's been definitely heavy debates on social media about this last episode. I do agree with Skitty with Mappa. I think that, obviously Mappa Attack on Titan is kind of all I kind of need to say. But, you know, if you want to get it done right, you got to get it done by Mappa. So shout out to JJK for their first half of season 3, right? Season
Yes.
3.
Yes. Yes.
So moving on to the wrap up level. So we reach our favorite part of the show, the wrap up level, where we talk about the latest in geek and greatest updates in geek and pop culture. Let's talk about what you missed since our last episode. So before we get started, we're going to do just a quick moment of silence. Make sure you pay your respects on the chat. We did have some deaths in the geek and pop culture world this past week. We had the infamous Chuck Norris. We had James Tolkien, most notably known for Back to the Future. We have Barry Caldwell, creator of cult classics like Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, and more. And then we also had Nicholas Brendan, aka Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So just a moment of silence for those greats. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Make sure you guys let us know in the chat some of your favorite moments with some of those creators. And if you are nostalgic, watch some movies and some cartoons this week. I love Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs. I might watch that just to kind of, get some nostalgia going on. Another thing this past week is we got first look at Moana 2 live action, and boy, that Timu wig on the rock
That's
got
the
me.
only thing that looks bad about this movie. Let's
That's
get
the
one
only.
thing
It's the
straight.
wig.
That's the only thing that looks bad about this movie. All the Yahoo, the CG looks clean. You know what I mean? The CG looks clean with how he transformed into the whale, him flying in the air with as a bird. That looks clean. You know what I'm saying? But that wig,
Straight off of Shin.
that
That was
wig.
that's even worse than the Scorpion King wig.
So yeah. I don't like I said, that's the only thing. Me and my daughter going to see that thing day one, per usual. You know what I'm saying?
Same
So
here.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I'm a
with it.
big DJ fan, so I'm gonna watch anything he in. He can do no wrong to me. But I do agree. I think the only thing bad is the wig. I know some people have gripes about the Rock plan, but I mean, if we're being honest, he is Maui. Like
That's what I'm
the dude
yeah,
has
like
basically been him constantly for like years. Elementary schools, tours, walks. You know, visiting
yeah,
Dick. Like it wouldn't make sense for someone else to play him. I
Your
get there was
welcome
other
wouldn't hit.
options, but
Yeah,
it
your
wouldn't hit the
welcome wouldn't
same.
hit right. It wouldn't hit right if
Yeah,
it wasn't him singing it. So,
but I'm
you know what I
excited.
mean?
I can't wait to see it.
Another thing I'm excited about. Hold
Okay,
on. Hold
hold
on.
on.
Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Speaking of bad
Hold
wigs and
up.
great choices,
Hold up. Y'all better have y'all wines ready because you already know.
hold on,
You
I got one too.
already
Wait,
know. You know what I'm
always,
saying?
my
You know
one
what
is
I'm saying? What?
always ready,
What?
always.
You know what I'm
They never
saying?
always on deck.
We ready over here. We ready.
Okay,
Christmas. We ready over here. December.
2026.
We are ready over here. All right. I don't want.
If you
I
guys
don't give
want to know what we're ready for, tell them what we're ready for, Skitty.
that Harry Potter show coming. That Harry Potter show coming, bro. It's coming. And say what you want. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the previous actor who plays Snape, Alan Rickman,
Mm-hmm.
superb
R.I.P.
actor. He was one of the greatest villains. You know what I'm saying? Die Hard. Um, and his throughout his career, he has shown a diverse way of acting, which is great. Snape, he was Snape forever. You know what I'm saying? The dude that's playing Snape now, he has
Papa
a lot of
S.E.G.
shoes to fill. Huh?
Yeah,
What's his name?
I would say his name, Papa S.U.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think I can call him Papa. Let me just say dude. Just say dude. No, 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 no. All jokes aside, he has. I think whoever chose him knows that he has big shoes to fill.
Mhm.
But I will not take anything away from HBO and their shows. I
Can't
mean,
do it.
HBO has been hit until the final seasons. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So we
Welcome to Derry. Was good. We didn't get to the final season yet, but you're right.
oh, that's HBO. Oh, that is
Yeah,
HBO. Yeah, that
HBO.
is
Yeah,
HBO. So yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm thinking about shows
kind of like ending. Hmm.
in that category, like
Yeah,
fantasy type stuff.
yeah.
Because remember, Game of Thrones was hit until the final season.
That's also how I felt about what was the Mortal Instruments. That's also how I felt up. Not the Mortal Instruments. It
Is
was
that HBO?
not that one. What was the one? It had dude that played
Swirl.
not Westworld,
But
but the
that's
one
how
that
I
had
felt
James
about Westworld.
McAvoy in it, where it was like the spinoff to Polar Express. What was it called? Damn it, I'm about to look it up.
It
Go
was a
ahead, finish what you were
spinoff of Polar
saying.
Express.
Yeah, it was like in the same universe. It was a TV show, and it has
Oh
I'm
no,
talking
it
about
was
in Lyra.
I know what you're talking about. Not
His
Polar
Dark
Express.
Materials. What movie
Yeah,
was that?
but it was
The
called
Golden Compass. The Golden
yes,
Compass. That's what movie
yes,
it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah. I
yes,
felt
yes.
the last season of that kind of sucked. And
Last season
that's
of that was yeah, it fell off.
yeah.
It fell off.
Yeah.
But that was that no, that's a good example though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was great last season. You know what I mean? So what I say to all the naysayers of the Harry Potter show, let them cook. Let them cook. Let them cook. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the show looks good. We got a teaser trailer, but it looks good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm
I
ready.
mean, I agree with Skitty. Just to get my little rant on it. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I got into the movies first and I went back and read the books. I've had a Harry Potter baby shower. Everything in my life is Harry Potter, just about. So I'm gonna say I agree. We have to give them a chance because they're not only paying homage to existing fans, but they're trying to create a whole nother world for the new generation. The
Right.
next generation of wizards and witches to come. And when it comes to adaptation, especially of a book that is so iconic, we're not gonna get into the politics. We don't talk about J.K. Rowling here, but it's just so iconic and so world changing. It has evolved so much past the paper. Hard work legacies, Universal Studios. Like just think about the how far Harry Potter reaches, right? And there are a lot of big shoes to fill. Daniel Radcliffe and Tom Felton passing the torch to next Draco and Harry just felt right. And we have to give him a chance to find a blend between the book and the movie and the show. You guys wanted more, but give them a chance to show us why we've been waiting for so long. Because when I watched that trailer, I instantly was back. Like, it was perfect. It gave me everything I kind of wanted to see, but not too much. And I have my gripes, about Dumbledore and Hagrid, but I'm willing to give it a chance. Now, when they cast Voldemort, though, mm, that's gonna be my one, because I mean, it's going to be hard shoes to fill, but whoever does it, hopefully they also bring, the Dark Lord some justice. So Christmas 2026, I can't wait. Can't wait. I wish I can time travel because I can't wait. But speaking of Hogwarts, we also got news this week that Hogwarts Legacy 2, we got updates on it.
I've been waiting on that since it's been announced.
It's
the
coming
one
soon.
update that I haven't heard well, I mean, there supposedly is I don't like rumors. I don't like rumors. But one of the rumors that's been going around, and hopefully it's an upcoming update, is that this Hogwarts Legacy will be online too. Because I'm not going to front. Yeah. That's one of the things. That was one of the if not the only gripe with the first game, was that the fact that it wasn't online and you couldn't interact with other people. This one is supposed to be different. So hopefully we'll get, what I'm saying, some online, some multiplayer play up in this month. Multiplayer play up in this. Yes. So yeah.
I'm excited for that. I chose to be a bad wizard last time, so yeah. I was a dark wizard. I chose all the bad choices. But I needed to be a bad Gryffindor just for once in my life. You never know. Just live on the dark side a little bit. So I'm here.
Ravenclaw don't gotta worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Be like, Abracadabra!
You know what I'm saying? We stay right in that area where we know both good and bad. You know what I'm
saying? Other news is, as you guys know, Marvel Daredevil season 2 is happening right now. The schedule has been confirmed. And the last episode is set to come out the same day as the Punisher special. We're gonna cover Daredevil, obviously, once the season comes to a close. But I did catch the first episode, and okay. We got some Netflix Daredevil happening here. My man Matt Murdock back.
Netflix action up in there.
Netflix action up in here. I see what they doing. Okay.
Disney Plus was like, all right, now this ain't for kids.
It ain't for kids at all. Speaking of who we were just talking about earlier, is Scream. Matthew Dillon. He's in Daredevil, right?
Yes, he is Mr. Charles. And if anybody is familiar with Mr. Charles in Marvel, in the comics, he was part of the government that dealt with the mutants. So that is a very heavy indication that we will see some mutants in the Daredevil show. So, or, implication, we might, you know what I'm saying? Because how Marvel, they like to switch it up on motherfuckers. So, but it would be a great addition to see mutants on the show.
What if it's going to be far-fetched, but we know Daredevil and Punisher ties directly into Spider-Man Brand New Day. Make sure you guys watch our Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer breakdown on the level. What if Mr. Charles, his connection is to the Jean Grey character, and that's how we get her in Brand New Day?
It's going to be some stuff.
I believe that. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna do some cooking on that one, guys. But that was just right now in that moment.
That was a good recipe right there.
Yeah, because we know the Punisher's there, right? Like, so we gotta find this connect. I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna let it simmer. Moving on.
Let it slow cook a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the crock pot. Getting
Uh,
moist. Like,
Speaking
no,
of
let me stop.
Marvel, we got confirmation Wonder Man season 2. We getting a season 2 of the great Wonder Man series. Season 1 was amazing. I'm so happy that Marvel renewed this season. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's next.
Yes.
Definitely
Now,
can't.
my question about that, will his brother be who he is meant to be? Because in the comics and in the cartoon, Wonder Man's brother is Grim Reaper. Now, in the comics and in the cartoon, they hated each other. You know what I'm saying? It was no love. It was no, oh, I feel bad. No, none of that. None of that. So will the fact that now that he's a criminal, because he broke the dude out of jail. So now that he's a criminal, will that enable his brother to be Grim Reaper and hunt him down?
Facts.
So
Okay. Yeah.
we're gonna put that one in the crock pot. You know what I'm saying?
Never in the crock pot. Never in the
Put it
crock
in the
pot.
crock
Never
pot.
in the crock pot. Why did this open up? Okay. Next one. Dang, I had something else I was going to say, but now I think I forgot. Oh, Welcome to Derry, season 2 confirmed. I know we all knew that,
Officially.
but it's in production.
Officially.
It's officially in production. So
And let them cook. Let them cook.
let them.
Let them cook.
10
I don't
level
care
10
what they do.
series with air.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they do. You know what I'm saying? There's things that I want, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck about what I want because whatever they've been serving, I've been eating up. Cause it's been a minute since the show got me emotional. I was emotional. This show got me fucking emotional. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Let them cook. All right, and what else? Oh, Dennis Rodman. Just a little WWE news. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
I thought you were talking about
he was
something
inducted.
else.
No, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 2026. Or he's going to be
You
inducted.
know what we forgot
He's
to
an
announce?
inductee. What?
Live action Scooby-Doo coming.
Oh yeah, the live action Scooby-Doo. Cast confirmed. The Scooby game is confirmed. Make sure you guys check that short out on the level. And then the last thing we have on the wrap up level is that we have the official quote unquote cast of Super Mario Galaxy World confirmed. And rumors, I know Skitty say he hate rumors, but rumors has been circulating that we make it Wario,
Waluigi, and Wario.
And even some people are speculating Star Fox.
I thought he was confirmed.
I saw that he wasn't confirmed, and I saw that he was. So
no,
is he confirmed?
Let me double check.
I saw it was, and then I saw people say it wasn't.
AI real quick. Is Star Fox confirmed in the new Mario Galaxy movie?
Why is everything keep popping up?
Yes. Fox McCloud from Star Fox is confirmed to appear in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Glenn Powell.
Well, confirmed.
Glenn Powell. Why does that name sound familiar?
Glenn Powell.
The Running Man. It's the Running Man.
Oh,
the Running Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm cool with it. I because the Hitman was fire. If y'all haven't seen that movie,
I love Hitman. I seen Hitman. Yeah, it was fire.
So I'm with it.
Oh, he was in a couple of things. Okay. Okay. Well,
yeah, he was in the new Top Gun.
Well, go ahead, get that. Go get that animation money. That's what he's confirmed. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, go get that animation money because we need. Yes, that's that money.
So yeah, I mean, I'm with it. I like his style of acting. The fact that he's voicing Fox McCloud is definitely, I kind of see the characteristics, the match characteristics. So I'm definitely looking forward. I'm gonna see it day one. I'm gonna see that day one. Sonic 4 when it comes out day one because Jim Carrey has been confirmed to come back for that too. So
yes,
yeah.
I love Jim Carrey, but I was so happy that I know he keeps saying he don't want to do acting, but man, you are Dr. Eggman, so just get over it. Like that's who you are.
Until they kill him, he is Eggman officially. He was so good that he played Eggman's pops.
Yep. It was two different. That's Jim Carrey. He's a man of many faces, so It's just like a no brainer for him and Johnny Depp. I feel like they can play. If you give them a piece of paper, like, hey, play this character, they be like, all right, I got you. How many versions? But okay, well, anything else to wrap up?
No, that's about it.
God, that's about it. So that is it for our show here on The Level. Thank you for tuning in each and every Sunday for the latest in geek and pop culture. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Level podcast channel. We're at 51 subscribers on our road to 100. Make sure you follow the link below for everybody in the Level channel. You got Skitty Live, Bruce McFly, Black Tony Stark, Kenny, and more. Make sure you join the Discord. Discord is a community for people like us. We chat, we argue, we banter, we laugh, we celebrate. It's a whole lot of fun. And you know what I say? Until next level, we out.